Recently, we've been talking a lot about the second trailer for Pokemon Winds and Waves, which could show us the next evolution stages of the starter Pokemon, could even reveal the typing maybe. So today, we're going to cover a new potential leak/rumor about some of the starter evolution typings and what their designs are going to be based on, as well as that some other brand new Pokemon that we may potentially see in the game. And sprinkled on top of that, we're also going to be going over some more evolution news. It's still possible we could be getting an evolution in this game. We've covered leaks, we've covered rumors, and just straight up teasers from Game Freak themselves. So yeah, we got some awesome stuff to go over. You don't want to miss it. Okay, firstly, I'm going to start off with the starter evolution stuff. So I got this leak from my boy Jzard, and this leak basically says Sprout evolves into a grass and a steel type cassowary, Bomb evolves into a fire and a fairy type werewolf, and then Gekwa will evolve into a water psychic zen lizard. Firstly, I just want to say I think those typings are great. A grass and a steel type would be sick because Sprout could definitely be that type. I've also thought it could be maybe a fighting type with the grass type, but a cassowary evolution would be really cool. We've also heard other leaks and rumors about it actually being based off of a windmill, which honestly would make a lot of sense. We even saw one in the trailer, so I don't know if that's a straight up teaser as to what Sprout's evolution stage will actually look like. Bomb with the fire fairy definitely has got to be a fire fairy. I don't see what other type this Pokemon could potentially have. And while we are going over these leaks, let me know your thoughts down below. Like, what do you think about Sprout and Bomb and Gekwa's evolutions? Werewolf would be so dope because Bomb's evolution is currently just so cute, and then the third stage evolution could be like an absolute insane, scary but still kind of cute evolution. And then Gekwa with the psychic and a water type zen lizard. That sounds awesome. Currently, I'm going with Gekwa. Like I said before, unless the evolution stages look just insane for the other Pokemon and their typings and stuff may be better, I don't know. But Psychic type, definitely pretty cool. I could also see it being a Poison type. I feel like Water Poison or Water Psychic is probably where they're going to go with that Pokemon. I just can't wait to see these starter Pokemon. I feel like they have so much potential, and I'm really hoping they're going to be very good just because I feel like we need some awesome starters. Like this game, bro, it has to be a brand new era of Pokemon. You know, like this generation has got to set the stage of the Switch 2 era of Pokemon games. So with that being said, let's move on with the next part of this leak right here. It says a regional Rhyhorn, electric, and a ground type. Dude, that sounds absolutely crazy. Rhyhorn definitely needs some love. It's definitely one of the OGs, you know what I'm saying? I always have loved Rhyhorn, always been a classic Pokemon for me. And electric and a ground type is super interesting because I feel like the design, man, the designs could be endless for this type combo right here, and would just be really cool. I feel like it also would be pretty fitting for the region, honestly. And then the next part of this league says a new Pokemon based on a Tasmanian devil, and it's just a dark type. And now this is also believable because of the fact that we're actually going to have a little bit of Australia on this map. They are from Tasmania, which the part of Australia that we have on the map is like very northern Australia, Darwin specifically. Tasmania is actually like right under Australia, but it still would make sense. I think they could still do that and be totally fine and totally normal, especially since, you know, it's a Pokemon game. They don't like literally base it just off of real life, like the entire thing, if that makes sense. But this week is very interesting to me, and I know it is 4chan, and you know, with every single 4chan leak, you definitely do kind of have to pick and choose, you know, take it with a grain of salt. There are so many 4chan leaks that come out that I don't even talk about just because they don't really sound even accurate at all. But on the screen here, I'm showing you guys the leaks from 4chan that actually did become true. So 4chan can definitely be a reputable place for Pokemon leaks. And right before we hop into the evolution side of things today, if you guys don't mind dropping a like on the video, subscribing to help reach my goal of 50,000 subscribers, and so you don't miss all brand new news and leaks of Pokemon, any sport goes such a long way. And also please check out the second channel, the Fundores Files channel, in the description down below. I'm trying to reach 10k over there. So anyways, let's get right back to the evolution stuff. So I have made a whole breakdown video like about this specific picture, and if you already saw that, I guess you could just skip ahead like 20 or 30 seconds. But basically, if you don't know what this is from Nemona's house. Nemona's house in Scarlet and Violet is quite literally just full of Easter eggs. Almost every single thing in her house has actually came out to be true besides this picture. Like, this has not been exposed yet, I guess I'll say. And it is two Eevees right here in a field, you know, grass field with mountains in the back. Obviously, we do see some winds, you know, with the clouds and stuff. So this could be a reference that maybe we're actually getting two brand new evolutions in Pokemon Winds and Waves. This would be the first time we had a brand new evolution in over 10 years. Last time we had a new evolution was Sylveon with the fairy type. So with that being said, I just made a video the other day, like, what if we do get a brand new type, and that brand new type is like based on the new evolution, maybe even two new types, but who knows, probably not. Eevee might be getting two new evolutions, a flying and a rock type. This could have been a teaser from the picture of the two Eevees in Nemona's house. You could spot clouds representing the flying type and the mountains representing the rock type. I think that's a little bit more believable than two brand new types personally, but dude, my goodness, I just hope so. I really hope so. And it would make sense because winds, you know, obviously a flying type, and then waves. I mean, rock wouldn't really fit in with waves, but at the same time, it doesn't have to fit because there's no rule about an evolution having to match up with that specific game. Like, an evolution is just an evolution, right? It can be its own thing, but I do think a flying type is fitting. I also do believe a dragon type would be really fitting as well because that's the last special type on the charts that needs an actual evolution. Every other special type does have an evolution besides that. So we were supposed to apparently get a flying type in Sun and Moon years and years ago, so that's also why I think a flying type is going to happen. So in my opinion, it's got to be flying in a dragon type, or it could be like this, you know, flying in a rock type would be really awesome as well, and I'd be 100% down for that. If you guys were able to pick any brand new evolution type that we don't have, what type would you pick? Winds and Waves seems like it's going to be a huge game. We know that the map is going to be absolutely huge. This is actually a leaked picture of the map, like a leaked, I guess, diagram of it, which could change. Like, this definitely is subject to change because this map specifically, I believe, is from like 2024, maybe 2025. So the map could definitely change by the time they officially, you know, release it and drop the game. But basically, it's still going to look somewhat like this. And you can see there is a ton of water. So that's why I also do think a flying type would be pretty fitting so we could just fly around on the map. Hopefully fly around on Eevee, but probably not. There are just so many things that they could bring in this game. So much real life inspiration, so many regional variants, so many brand new Pokemon. Like, man, I feel like the new Pokedex for this region is going to be peak. I can feel it in my bones. It's got to be good. I mean, it has to be, right? May just be, you know, trying to cope and, you know, full of just, I guess, hope. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but it still made sense. I also wanted to bring up this. So here are all the official Cloud Islands for you guys that have Pokopia. Let me know. Do you guys have Pokopia? Have you been playing it? I need to hop back on myself. I've been slacking. But these are all the Cloud Islands all in one. So I wanted to show you guys this because they are actually really useful. So the IKEA Island just dropped for the IKEA Japan's 20th anniversary, which is really cool. The Color Peach Island's right here. I've yet to go to the Color Peach Island. I really do want to go, but basically it's a limited time island focused on the Pekka berries with vibrant pink environments, you know, exclusive resources accessible through a unique code and virtual mode. So I'm definitely gonna hop on that. And as well as that, I haven't gone to the IKEA Island either. Believe it or not, I still haven't actually gone to Developer Island, but it's basically just the Developer Island that showcases what you could do, like all the builds, hidden areas, creative mechanics in the game. So this one's really cool. I've seen videos of it, I just haven't gone there myself. And then of course the Big Treasure Island, where you could go to this island, take pictures of the cool stuff there, and then you can actually print it out in your Poke Center, which is awesome. And remember, to go to the Cloud Islands, you have to have the mysterious goggles from the shop. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts about all these leaks and all the information about the evolutions, you know, the leaks and rumors that we've had. If you are real and watching this far in the video, comment down below, carrot. Just the word carrot. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Someone